Hello everyone, this is Naren Siswa and welcome to Udan. So, question number first is consider the following statements with respect to Bodoland Territorial Area Districts BTAD. Statement first is the state's governor is the constitutional head of the BTAD that falls under the 6th schedule of the constitution. Statement second is BTAD is administered by the Bodoland Territorial Council BTC. Statement third is the BTAD covers 4 districts of western and northern Assam. Which of the statements given above is are correct? Option A 1 only, option B 1 and 2 only, option C 3 only, option D 1, 2 and 3. Right answer is option D 1, 2 and 3. Let's explain this. BTAD, Bodoland Territorial Area Districts, is spread over 4 districts of Kokrajhar, Chirang, Baksa and Udalguri. The BTAD and other areas mentioned under the 6th schedule of the Constitution have been exempted from the Citizenship Amendment Act CAA 2019. The state's governor is the constitutional head of the BTAD that falls under the 6th schedule of the Constitution and is administered by the Bodoland Territorial Council. The BTAD covers 4 districts of western and northern Assam. Next is question number 2. Consider the following statements. Statement first is community transmission is when there is no clear source of origin of the infection in a new community. Statement second is community spread implies that the disease is circulating in the community and can infect people with no history. Which of the statements given above are correct? Option A 1 only, option B 2 only, option C both 1 and 2, option D neither 1 nor 2 and right answer is option C both 1 and 2. आइए एक्सप्लेनेशन देखते हैं इसका. The WHO says community transmission is evidenced by the inability to relate confirmed cases through chains of transmission for a large number of cases or by increasing positive tests through sentinel sample routine systematic testing of respiratory samples from established laboratories. In the simplest term, community spread is when you do not know the source of the infection. You are unable to trace it back to someone who has traveled in an affected area overseas or got it through contact with someone who is infected. Next is community spread implies that the virus is now circulating in the community and can infect people with no history either of travel to affected areas or contact with the infected person. In a situation of community transmission, it is theoretically possible for every person regardless of where they are from or whether they have been in contact to spread the infection. Next is question number 3. What is the common to the terms like pitch black 2020, Ukevrin and AI NAG? Option A joint military exercise, option B tropical cyclone, option C meteorites, option D asteroids. And right answer is joint military exercise. Pitch black 2020, Ukevrin and AI NAG are joint military exercises. Exercise Pitch Black is a biennial warfare exercise hosted by the Royal Australian Air Force. India and Maldives have been conducting exercise Ukevrin, meaning friends in the Maldivian languages. Exercise AI NAG is a bilateral joint exercise between India and Oman. Next is consider the following statements. Statement first is the active pharmaceutical ingredients are also known as bulk drugs. Statement second is the active pharmaceutical ingredients are the main part of the drugs that produce intended effects. Statement third is India is the third largest producer of active pharmaceutical ingredients in the world. Which of the statements given above is are correct? Option A 1 and 3 only, option B 2 and 3 only, option C 2 only, option D 1, 2 and 3. Right answer is option D 1, 2 and 3. The active pharmaceutical ingredients are also known as bulk drugs. They are main part of the drugs that produce intended effects. India is the third largest producer of API in the world. Around two-thirds of the API of India are imported from China according to the data presented in Lok Sabha by the Ministry of Chemicals and Fertilizers. In March 2020, the Government of India had constituted a committee under chairmanship of CDSCO Director Mr. Eswar Reddy. The committee had suggested a package to revive the API industry. In 2013, Katoch Committee was formed to reduce foreign dependence of API. The committee recommended establishment of exclusive parks of APIs. Next is question number 5. Which of the following is our specialized agency of United Nations? Option A Food and Agriculture Organization, option B International Civil Aviation Organization, option C International Labour Organization, option D all of the above, and right answer is option D all of the above. The specialized agencies are autonomous organizations of the UN that were created on behalf of the organization. These specialized agencies are authorized to carry out functions on behalf of the United Nations. They includes Food and Agriculture Organization FAO, International Civil Aviation Organization ICAO, International Labour Organization ILO, International Fund and Agricultural Development IFAD, International Maritime Organization IMO, International Telecommunication Union ITU. Question number 6 is with reference to deep sea, consider the following statements. Statement first is deep sea is defined as the area of the ocean below a depth of 2000 meter. Statement second is it covers only 65% of the planet's surface. Which of the statements given above is are correct? Option A 1 only, option B 2 only, option C both 1 and 2, option D neither 1 nor 2, and right answer is option D neither 1 nor 2. Let's explain this. The deep sea, usually defined as that area of the ocean below a depth of 200 meter, covers about 65% of the planet's surface. Its sea floor exhibits an extensive array of geological features from immense abyssal plains to towering mountain chains and deep trenches. Studies have highlighted that only 5% of the total area of the ocean has been explored, which is abundant in polymetallic nodules, deep sea fishing, and other non-living resources. The International Seabed Authority (ISA) is the international body through which all states party to the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea. UNCLOS organize and control seabed mining related activities in the area. And UNCLOS also important for your prelims. India's exclusive economic zone EEZ spreads over 2.2 million square kilometers, which also includes the deep sea and has not been explored or utilized till now. Next is question number 7. With reference to lithium ion battery, consider the following statements. Statement first is in the batteries, lithium ions move from positive electrode to negative electrode during discharge and back when charging. Second is a lithium ion battery are completely safe because they contain non-flammable electrolyte. Statement third is to power larger devices such as electric cars, connecting many small batteries in a serial circuit is more effective and efficient. Which of the above statements given above is are correct? Option A 1 only, option B 1 and 2 only, option C 1, 2 and 3 only, option D is none of the above, and right answer is option D none of the above. A lithium ion battery or Li ion battery, abbreviated as LIB, is a type of rechargeable battery. Lithium ion batteries are commonly used for portable electronics and electric vehicles and are growing in popularity for military and aerospace applications. It was developed by John Goodenough, Rachid Yazmi, and Akira Yoshino in 1980. In the batteries, lithium ions move from the negative electrode to the positive electrode during discharge and back when charging. Remember this, negative electrode to the positive electrode. Lithium ion batteries use an intercollected lithium compound as one electrode material compared to the metallic lithium used in a non-rechargeable lithium battery. The batteries have a high energy density, no memory effect other than LFP cells, and low self discharge. They can, however, be a safely hazard since they contain a flammable electrolyte, and if damaged or incorrectly charged can lead to explosion and fires. Next is question number 8. Consider the following statements regarding National Commission for Women, NCW. It is a statutory body. Second statement is members of the commission are nominated by the central government only. Statement third is safeguard of rights of women is granted by the both the constitution as well as the other laws. Which of the following statements is are correct? Option A 1 only, option B 1 and 2, option C 1 and 3 only, option D all of the above, and right answer is option D all of the above. Let's talk about NCW, National Commission for Women. It is the statutory body established in 1992 under the National Commission for Women Act 1990. The commission will consist of one chairperson who is committed to the cause women, 5 members from various fields, and a member secretary. All the members of the commission are nominated by the central government. Next is question number 9. Consider the following statements regarding Integrated Child Protection Scheme ICPS. Statement first is it is a centrally sector scheme. Statement second is it provides for setting up of district child protection societies DCPS by the state government UT administrations in every district. Which of the statements given above is are correct? Option A 1 only, option B 2 only, option C both 1 and 2, option D neither 1 nor 2, and right answer is B second only. ICPS, Integrated Child Protection Scheme, it is a centrally sponsored scheme aimed at building a protective environment for children in difficult circumstances as well as other vulnerable children through government civil society partnership. It provides for setting up of district child protection societies by the state government UT administration in every district of the state, responsibility of which includes identifying families and children at risk to prevent destitution of children. It aims to create a database and knowledge base for child protection services, including management information system and child tracking system in the country for effective implementation and monitoring of child protection services. It provides financial resources to states, UT administration for the effective implementation of the Juvenile Justice Care and Protection of Children Act 2000. This act is also very important. इसके भी एक बार फिर से देख लेना. Next is question number 10. Consider the following statements regarding Hague Adoption Convention. Statement first is it seeks to prevent only the abduction of children. Second statement is the convention operates through a system of national central authorities and reinforces the UN Convention on the Rights of the Child. Which of the statements given above is are correct? Option A, 1 only, option B, 2 only, option C, both 1 and 2, option D, neither 1 nor 2, and right answer is option B, 2 only. Hague Adoption Convention. The Hague Convention of 1993 on protection of children and cooperation in respect of inter-country adoption. Hague Adoption Convention protects children and their families against the risk of illegal, irregular, premature or ill-prepared adoption. Board. Adoptions abroad. The convention operates through a system of national central authorities and reinforces the UN Convention on the Rights of the Child under Article 21 to uphold the best interest of children. It also seeks to prevent the abduction, the sale of or traffic in children. Next is question number 11. Consider the following statements regarding Central Adoption Resource Authority CARA. Statement first is it is a statutory body under the Ministry of Women and Child Development. Statement second is it functions as the nodal body for adoption of Indian children and is mandated to monitor and regulate in country adaptations only. Which of the statements given above is are correct? Option A, 1 only, option B, 2 only, option C, both 1 and 2, option D, neither 1 nor 2, and right answer is option A, 1 only. Let's explain this. Central Adoption Resource Authority CARA. It is a statutory body under ZZ Act of Ministry of Women and Child Development. It functions as the nodal body for adoption of Indian children and is mandated to monitor and regulate in country and inter-country adoptions. CARA is designated as the central authority to deal with inter-country adoptions in accordance with the provisions of the Hague Convention on Inter-Country Adoption 1993. CARA primarily deals with adoption of orphan, abandoned and surrendered children through its associated recognized adoption agencies. Child Adoption Resource Information and Guidance System. Carings it is an e-governance measure to facilitate child adoption. It is centralized data bank of adoptable children and PAPs. Okay students, all for the day. Hope you like this video, share this video and download our application from Play Store named as Udaan Academy. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.